Hi again. In this video, I will show you how you can create the application that we want. So before putting anything on the application, which is this program that will open and convert the PDF, we need to create the empty application or the blank application. So before that, I will take this off so we will not always listen to what the PDF has. So we'll take this one down because we don't need it for the moment. Now what we have to do, we will just create a we have to import the library that will help us to create the application, which is Tkinter. So we will do this one, import. No, I will take this file from Tkinter, import everything. So we'll import everything that we have in this library Tkinter. Then after importing that, I will just go here. We need to create the application, or we need to initialize the application. So to do this, we have just to put it in a variable. So we'll give it app for application. So app equal tk. App equal tk, which means that this variable app will take the role of our application. Okay. Then in Tkinter, if you will create an application and you want to see it in every time you will run the program, because there is something, if we don't add, we won't see it. Even if we will create it and we will put anything on it, but we can't see it. But if we want to see it, we have to put app that main loop like this. So we will put this application as the main loop here in our program. So in this case, we will always see it. So we will run just that you will see the application, this one. So this is the application that we have now. Okay, before that I will put this one in comments so it won't slow our program like this. Okay, we'll see. Yes, it works. Now after creating the empty application, what we have to do, we need to design it. So the first parameter that I want to do, and I prefer to do always the first thing, so I will change the width and the height of this application. So I will give it a defined width and defined height. So to do this, we have just to use a function called geometry. So app.geometry like this, and here between these quotation marks we will give it the height and width. Then here you have to know that we need to start with the width, then the height. So the width, I will put it, for example, 300. Then here we will put x, which means the width by the height, sorry. So here we have 300 by 400 or 5. I will put it 4 like this. So we will create our application with this width and this height. I will show you how you can see it. So this is our application. We have 400 pixels for the width, and 300 for the width and 400 for the height. Then after giving the width and height, I want to give it the title, so I will change the title. To do this, it is very easy too. So we have to click up that title like this, and here we will give it the title that we want, which means, for example, in this case I will give it Audiobook. Okay. Then after that, we will see how it looks like this. Here we have Audiobook. Now after having this title, what we have to do, I will give it the background. So we have app.configure like this, and here we have to put BG for background. Then here we will give it the color that we want. Now for the color, I choose this one from Google. I found these colors. I just like this one, so I will put this one, but you can choose, or you can put any color you want. You have to take it for the hexadecimal. So here I will take it Ctrl C. Then we go in our editor here, but before that I want to put it in a variable so that I can use it for every item we have. So I will create a variable called BG, and I will give it the variable of our I will put it like this. We have to put it between the quotation marks. So here we have the color. So BG, this variable BG has this color. So Now this BG, this another BG, is a function of in Tkinter that will take this color and put it in the background of our application. So here I will give it BG. So the first BG is the function included in Tkinter, and the second BG is our variable that has the color, this one. Now we will run it and we will see how it looks. As you can see, this is the color that we have in our application. Now after doing this, I will just create, or I will put the title of our application. So to do this, we have just to go here like this to put a title in the application, because this title is in the borders of the application. But if we want to put a text inside the application, so in this case we have to put it in a label. So to do this, we have just to create a label, but before that I will give it a name. For example, title equal label. This label is a function included in Tkinter. So if we do this from Tkinter import everything, so this label function will be imported using this line. Okay, so here what we have to do, we have the first parameter, we need to put the name of the application, of the name of the window that we want to put this text on. So in this case we have up, because we want to put it in the application. Then here we have text equal, then here in equal we will put the name of we will put the text that we have. So here, for example, we will give it, let's listen to the book, for example. So here in this case we will put this this text or this title. So we'll see, we won't see it for the moment because we have just declared it, but we need to pack this label in the application. So it is very easy. So we have just to write name, which is title, that pack. In this line we will pack this title in our application. So now we can see it here, as you can see, but we have this little problem, which is for the background. We need to put the background of this text at the same background of this of the application, so that we can see this white here. So same thing here, we have BG for the background, then equal BG for our variable. Now we can see that there is no problem with the white. Now I will just make it a little bit bigger. So here we have font, this function font that will change or that control the font of our text, which means we will control the type of the font, we will control if it is light or bold, we will control the size, etc. So for the font type I will type none, which means we don't want to change it. But for the size I will put it 20. So here we have 20 like this. Okay, now we will see how it looks like this. As you can see, it is a little bit bigger. Okay, so we will stop here and we will continue doing this in another video.